Hi, this is Lori Krause from Stamping in Deerland, back with another video from Techniques, Tips, and Advice from Lori Krause on rubber stamping. So today we're going to do these really awesome blendability cards. What I've done is emboss these cards on black cardstock with white embossing powder. And we are going to make these fun cards and show you how to pop those great colors. So let's get started. Just a quick view of this. What we're going to do here is we have a layer of white. That's our card base. And it's 8.5 by 5.5 folded at 4 1/4. Then we have a layer of Melon Mambo, which is going to be like this. And actually this piece right here that's cut out is going to be this cutout for our embellishment. So that's a paper saving technique that a lot of scrapbookers do. They cover it, they take it from a piece that's being cut out and then covered up in their card. And then we're going to use a piece of basic black, and this is what we're going to emboss in white on and create the background for our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our embossing buddy, which this is an embossing buddy, by the way, for those of you who have never used one. It's like a little rosin sack. It comes in a little plastic container. You can keep that in. All you do is you're going to rub this over your cardstock. This is going to get rid of all the static electricity on your cardstock. And they all have it, so it's not just your cardstock, it's everybody's. And then we are going to use the background stamp, the Corner Garden, which is a lovely a lovely corner stamp. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ink that up in, sorry about that, we're going to ink that stamp up with Versamark ink, which is one of my favorite inks. It's really predictable and it's great for lots of different things. So I've got that totally inked up. I'm going to take my black cardstock and I'm going to lay it on there. And then I'm actually going to take a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to rub that all over so that I get a great impression with my Versamark ink. And then I will gently take that off of there. My stamp out of the way. Just so you know, that is nicely on my black cardstock. I can see the Versamark. And now we're going to take some white embossing powder. And this is also from Stampin' Up. And we'll get that all over our card. And so we've got that on there like this. And we'll get rid of the embossing powder so no one spills it. That would be me, haha. Because that would be just my luck. Because I'm pretty good at spilling things. Now, if you have a little paintbrush, you can get in here and get any of these little specks of embossing powder off there. But that is really what your embossing buddy will help you do too. So then you will heat this with your heat gun and until that is all melted. So you want all the white to be melted. You're not drying anything, you're actually melting the embossing powder. So make sure that, you know, all of it is melted and not just, you want it to look shiny and not granular. I'm not sure that you can heat it too much, but you can definitely not heat it enough. So this is what you have when it's all heated and beautiful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sneak in here and we're just going to start with some of my favorite colors. I love to use the paintbrush onto my blendabilities. So I'm just going to show you, and you don't have to stay in the lines. That's one of the really awesome things about the blendabilities. If you color on the black cardstock, you can't really tell that you've gone out of the line, so it makes it really nice. And you can color over it a couple times so that you get the color that you want. Now, I'm sure that you do not want to sit here and watch me color this whole card. I'm happy to do so, but I don't think you want to do that. So we'll do a couple of things, and then I'll show you how to finish and put the card together. But basically, you're just going to go over and over and make sure all these things get some color on it. Now, you can go over a couple times and change the color if you want. Like I've put some extra pink over that razzleberry. I don't know if you can tell on the video camera. I'll do a pink leaf over here, a pink flower, and then I'll show you with some yellow or something how you can kind of change the color. So there's my pink flower. I'm going to do a pink flower here. I think these were pink up here on my other card too. So anyway, you're going to just color and get that all added on there. And then, of course, switch colors. And let's get some Coastal Cabana in there. I love this color. Put this down in the corner. But remember, you don't have to worry about staying in the lines because you're using black cardstock and you can't see it. So just go ahead and over color. And then let's do some red. I guess I should say cherry cobbler. I don't think this is red. It's cherry cobbler. Actually, it's going to look kind of pink when we get it on here. And then we're going to add some yellow and maybe some orange to it and change the color there too. Up here where we had the pink, it's turning a little bit different color. So this is just one more technique you can do with your blendabilities. And again, if you use the darker colors, you get a lot of pop with that. Here's some daffodil. And some pumpkin pie. Which really doesn't look much different, I don't think. Now let's get some green in there for you. We're going to use the, this is actually the medium olive. So we'll use that one. I suppose you could mix them up and use a little bit of medium and a little bit of dark too. I like the bold colors on this black cardstock. So that's why I'm using the medium to dark tones. So let's get some of this colored in up here. You'll love the look on that white ink, that embossing powder after it's been heated. Get in here and do these little places and then go back. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, but I have two sets of markers. I have one set of markers that I use for crafting stuff, like coloring on rhinestones and pearls and things like that. And then I have another set that I actually use for coloring on cardstock, because I am just really afraid that my little tips aren't going to be as pretty as I want them to be when I go back after using it on buttons and things like that. Because see how they're kind of getting a little bit frayed already. So, and see, I put some blue on there. Now I'm going back with some green and going over it. It's kind of just darkening the green. So you can make them all different colors. It's kind of fun. Putting color over color. Just make sure you always get those caps back on good and tight, because if you don't, that's when you'll be sorry. Now I'm adding some Wisteria Wonder to that red and kind of changing those petals a little bit. And I'm doing that again with some of this, just to show you that you can change the color if you don't like it. Alright, so there's that. So we've got that all colored up. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my snail adhesive if I can find it. There it is. And, oh, I got to show you this. It's really super cute. We got these at convention. They say paper pumpkin on them. And, you know, what fun. It's always fun to get free stuff at convention. So we're just going to center this on here. And then we will center this on our white card base. And remember, in your kits, ladies that got kits for Blendability Club, the reason why you got 2 black is so that you have one to do your card and one to practice on. And then we have a little tag that we made with the scallop circle from the pink that was in our card. Then I took a circle that was 1 3/8 of strawberry slush, and then I took a piece of white and I stamped "For You" on it. And that is from the Hello There stamp set. It's a Hostess set this year. I've used it quite a few times. I like it. And we'll just put that on there. And I went out here and put those little dots on there with my chalk marker. And that's a Stampin' Up! Chalk marker, by the way. So, love this for doing that, adding little elements to it. And another thing that might be fun is you could take and you could put rhinestones all the way around it. Now, I did color some of my rhinestones with my Blendabilities. So you could take these and add these to your card and bling it up just a little bit. Everybody likes bling, especially me. And just give these a little bit of bling, not too much. And I think the color sometimes tones it down a little bit, so it's not quite as bright. I thought I had some little ones. Here they are. Did anybody notice that the glue dots got smaller in the rhinestones? I did, because now they're harder to pick up. Used to be they were really easy to pick up with a paper piercer. And now they're a little bit harder to pick up, and I think it's because the glue dot's smaller. But it still works just as good. So, anyway, so there's our card. And your October project for Blendability Club. And I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.